The party of Bongbong Marcos, Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, say they're open for a possible BBM-Sara tandem. Presidential aspirant Leody de Guzman challenges Mayor Sara Duterte to run for president. President Rodrigo Duterte meets with Senator Manny Pacquiao for the first time. It's their rift in PDP-Laban. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno visits Subic today, while Marcos Jr. is heading to vote-rich Cavite. And let's take a look at the first day of reopening of cinemas in Metro Manila. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's everything you need to know as you jumpstart your day. I'm Charles Lejano. Marcos Jr.'s Partido Federal ng Pilipinas say they're open to teaming up with Sara Duterte. But the party maintained that Bongbong Marcos will not give way as their presidential bet. Marian Enriquez has the report.
Sara Duterte's election plans are still up in the air a day after she backed out of the mayoral race in Davao. But foiled by Representative Joey Salceda, Sara's eyes are set on the presidency and nothing else.
That is the only logical conclusion. BP is definitely not an option for her.
However, Salceda noted initial roadblocks over the plan. Salceda told 1PH that among those issues is her desire to choose her own running mate. But if Sara will indeed run for president, she needs to substitute under a national party.
Malakas ang possibility sa lakas. Sabi ko, uy, bitin na NUP, NPC, PDP. Tapos, sagot niya sa akin, ayaw niya may gulo pa kasi sa COMELEC ang PDP. Kaya obviously, hindi siya doon tatakbo.
Attorney Bruce Rivera, another close friend of Sara, said former President Gloria Macapagal Arroyo may have been involved. Arroyo is the President Emeritus of Lakas CMD and a known mentor and ally of Mayor Inday. The party has since admitted to fielding placeholder candidates.
What I heard was that I think it's GMA who is brokering that notion that it's going to be under Lakas CMD. And, everything is just speculative at this point.
But there are also rumors that a Marcos Duterte tandem is now in the works.
She intimated to us that she's considering it.
Bongbong's camp refused to comment any further and said they will just wait for Sara's decision. But Marcos' party, Partido Federal ng Pilipinas, is open to teaming up with Sara. They are, however, averse to any speculation that Bongbong would slide down.
At siya naman ang tinatawag nating most qualified, learned, and lahat ng kanyang plataforma ay tama. At doon kami nakatuon, Pangulo ng Republika ng Pilipinas.
The Kusi-led wing of PDP-Laban meanwhile said they are closely watching the developments. The faction said Sara's decision will certainly affect the political landscape. For News 5, Marian Enriquez, we are One News.
A political analyst says Sara's withdrawal of her mayoral candidacy raised more questions than answers. UST Political Science Department Chairperson Dennis Coronacion says Sara's latest move all but confirmed her intent to run for a national position. But he pointed out that a lot of things are still unclear, like what will happen to other ruling party bets, like Senators Bato de la Rosa and Bongo.
Itong nangyari kahapon, marami pang katanungan na create instead ng mga answers. So sa panig naman ng mga kasagutan, at least somehow na-confirm natin na tatakbo sa isang national position si Davao City Mayor Sara Duterte. Pero kung sa panig naman ng mga katanungan, anong posisyon, tapos anong mangyayari doon sa mga bets ng ruling party, kagaya ni Senator Bato de la Rosa at saka ni Senator Bongo. Ano na kaya mangyayari sa kanilang kampanya?
Meanwhile, UP Diliman political science professor George Tigno believes Sara has enough popularity and machinery to run at the national level. But it still won't be an easy fight, given how many other politicians are eyeing the country's top posts.
Right now, you're looking at the candidates for president to be a rather crowded place. But at the same time, given her popularity and the resources that can be made available to her as the daughter of the president, the other candidates are going to be given a run for their money.
Meanwhile, Labor leader and presidential aspirant Leody de Guzman is unfazed by the idea of running against the presidential daughter. In fact, de Guzman says he'd like to see Sara Duterte run for the presidency. Leody says the younger Duterte should run so that the public can show their rage over her father's, quote, sloppy and brutal leadership. Comelec admits the substitution rule needs future adjustments to prevent abuses. Meanwhile, the poll body's second division is set to deal with the petition to cancel presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos' COC. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro gives us a front seat to these stories.
Sara Duterte days left to join a national political party and file for substitution of candidacy. That's if she's really gunning for a national position in the 2022 elections. The Commission on Elections laid clear the rules for substitution on Wednesday, emphasizing that substitutes have to be party mates in a national political party. Currently, Sara belongs to Hugpong ng Pagbabago, a regional party she founded.
If she is going to substitute, then she will have to join a political party that already has a candidate for whatever position she wants to substitute.
Of the 97 people who filed their COC for president, 81 are independents and cannot be substituted. 16, however, belong to national political parties. Of these 16, 2 political parties have admitted that they put in placeholders for a possible Sara Duterte run. These are Bato de la Rosa of PDP-Laban and Ana Velasco of the Lakas CMD. The poll body says, however, that there might be a need to regulate the substitution rule in future elections so as to prevent abuse.
Maybe there is room for some legislative action to make sure that this cannot be used on a whim. But unfortunately, it would seem that it is now possible to do this whimsically. And maybe there is time or maybe there is an opportunity to regulate the exercise of this right.
Meantime, the petition to cancel the candidacy of presidential aspirant Bongbong Marcos has been raffled to the second division of Comelec, and the summons for a response will be handed out either Wednesday or Thursday.
On cancellation, it's as if no COC was filed, therefore no right of substitution attaches.
So far, 91 petitions for cancellation of COC have been filed against multiple candidates for national position, but none have been decided on yet. Mobile journalist Jacob Lazaro, we are One News.
President Rodrigo Duterte and presidential aspirant Manny Pacquiao reportedly met last Tuesday. Both the office of Senator Pacquiao and Malacanang confirmed that the meeting took place, as requested by the lawmaker. Pacman's camp said that they only talked about the developments in Mindanao, specifically its infrastructure and power sectors. Senator Bongo, who was also in attendance, confirmed that they did not talk about politics. In a statement, presidential spokesperson Harry Roque also said that both camps supposedly renewed their friendship during the short and cordial meeting. Let's find out where some presidentiables are headed today. Manila Mayor Isko Moreno will visit Zambales, and he is scheduled to meet local officials and supporters, as well as hold dialogues with multi-sectoral groups and fisherfolk in Botolan. Meanwhile, former Senator Bongbong Marcos will be in Silang, Cavite today, and he is set to attend the wedding of Jana, the daughter of Senator Bong Revilla and Bacoor Mayor Lani Mercado Revilla. Movie lovers and workers in the film industry rejoiced yesterday as cinemas finally reopened after over a year and a half of closure. Let's get the recap in this report by Marty Bautista.
Moviegoers lined up early in the morning to secure their seats in this movie theater in Quezon City. This was also the case in the cinema in San Juan. For them, abiding by the strict protocols is fine as long as they get to watch their favorite movies on the big screen.
Yung audio, yung big screen, yun ang habol ko kaya ako nandito. I'm confident kasi fully vaccinated naman ako.
Yung pagpapanood ko ng sine dito talaga, yun ang paborito ko, number 1 ko yan na manood na sine dito.
Mall management has assured that there will be regular disinfection in the cinemas.
Ventilation, we provided our air dumper. No? It induces fresh air coming from the outside para magkaroon ng circulation of air. And then we filter then.
The return of cinemas is also a big help for those who lost their jobs.
Sana maging sumunod na lang po tayo sa safety health protocol to then sana maging okay na lahat, walang problema para tuloy-tuloy na po yung mga trabaho sa mga cinema, lalo na sa amin na apektuhan din po talaga through pandemic.
MMDA Chairman Benhur Abalos and Charmaine Bauzon, head of Ayala Cinemas, likewise paid a visit to one of the cinemas in Taguig. According to Bauzon, Ayala Cinemas are taking it slowly but surely, keeping only 2 cinema booths open for now.
Part po nung process, hindi tayo nag-full blast. So, across the Ayala Cinemas, limited screenings po muna tayo. Initially, 2 screens. Yung iba nagdagdag maybe 3 hanggang 4, even the screenings. But as the demand increases, then pwede po natin dagdagan.
Abalos, meanwhile, reiterated that cinemas are only allowed for fully vaccinated individuals.
Only fully vaccinated adults, no?
Apart from Metro Manila, cinemas also reopened in Bohol, Iloilo, Laguna, Rizal, Tagaytay, and Tarlac. Ticket prices remain unchanged from pre-pandemic rates.
For News 5, Marty Bautista. We are One News.
Here are the stories to watch out for later today. President Duterte will participate in the 2021 APEC Economic Leaders Meeting. He's also scheduled to take part in the APEC Business Advisory Council dialogue to advance the country's position in addressing inclusion and sustainability challenges amid the pandemic. Big brands and online shopping apps are on fire in today's 11/11 sales. And Araneta City will have its annual giant Christmas tree lighting in Cubao, Quezon City. And that's how the day is shaping up to be. Join us later at 9 a.m. as we monitor the day's biggest stories from sunrise to sundown. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Just register for a free account at www.signalplay.com so you can stream One News live anytime and anywhere. I'm Charles Lejano. Mask on, wash hands, and stay safe, Philippines. We are One News.